Hello. I thought I do a little tutorial for YouTube so that you can hear me talk and where I can explain all my steps in my makeup routine. Also, this look turned out pretty good, in my opinion. And I really like this palette, this Krypton Cosmetics. Hope I pronounce this correctly. If not, I'm sorry. And this is the Atlantis palette. It's very nice. I love this. Oh, this color story. Oh. And so I wanted to play with these brownie tones or taupey tones and give it a little twist with some green. And this is what I did. It's also very shifty, as you can see with my little magic mirror, from blue to green. Love a good shift from blue to green. I mean, hello. And so, if you're interested in how I did this to myself, please stay tuned. Hi. This is going to be a classic tutorial. I want to use my, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, Krypton Cosmetics palette, Atlantis palette. It's a beautiful palette. And today I want to play with the brown, and I think this is something gray. I have no idea, but I want to play with these cool tones. And usually I'm more the colorful type, but I don't know. These are the only shades I didn't use so far, and so I want to use it. I primed my lids already with Urban Decay Primer Potion anti-aging, because it is what it is. So, and as you can see, if I'm not doing this, I have a very, very prominent hooded eye. You can see the loose skin. I mean, it's not super bad. It's not down here, okay, but it's there, and most of my lid is covered in the hood. So I have a lot of space, but when I open my eye, you cannot see a lot of it. So eyeshadow placement and the blending of the eyeshadow is very important, that this will look good in the end. Also, I always use NYX glitter glue for applying shimmer shades, always, because of the hood. Otherwise they will not hold and crease in a few hours. And at least with NYX glitter glue I got more or less 6 hours of wear time. With usual shimmers, some brands have formulas like Nomad Cosmetics. The shimmers are, I don't know, drier, but not in a bad way, and or Lethal Cosmetics, and I can make them hold more than 15 hours with NYX glitter glue. So I'm starting with Sigma ones. Usually makeup brushes, as you can see, I'm a big Cinch Beauty fan. These makeup brushes are so good. Oh, they are so good. But I use them since I got them constantly, and now I'm want to use my Sigma brushes more, because they are also extremely good quality brushes, and also for blending, amazing. So I use the Sigma switch. If you come here for clean brushes, no, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I have no time. I have a real job. I have no time for cleaning my brushes. That being said, my face brushes, I always clean my face brushes once a week. So let's go. Shade Arc. Let's see what it is. Usually I'm not into cool tone browns, I have to say that. I think they're washing me out a bit, but depending on the other colors I use, maybe it's okay. So what I'm doing now is I need to hold the mirror directly in front of me, and when I want to place it to my lid, I'm looking downwards and placing the shadow first by tapping it on. This palette has not much fallout, I have to say that. I used the other shades as well, and I'm really satisfied with it. It's a very nice, very good palette. Also, the mattes are blending very well into each other. So, what I'm doing now, I try to look directly in the camera. As you can see, when I applied a lot of shadow now, but when I look directly into the camera, you can't see anything. So I look straight into the mirror and doing this. You can see that? And now you can see where you have to work. This is my guiding line, if you will. And now I'm going back to look downwards and start to blend this. And when I want to blend these edges here, I always do this motion. No, not so good, or at least for me. Maybe it works for you. Who am I? So, okay. Actually, I like this color. It's more like a black brown. I wonder if this is just a gray. I think it's not. I try it on the lash line. Let's see if it shows up. So, and I really like this. Yeah, this is nice. This is a nice color. Okay. So for blending, this was a Sigma, by the way, E27, and now I use a Sigma E25, and I'm going in with this taupe, beige, whatever. I'm not so good in color names. This is probably looking gray on my skin. I have no idea. I try. Most of the time I have no idea what I'm doing here. I just do it and then it looks good or not. So I'm trying on the inner corner. Oh yeah. You can see it's a little bit gray, but that's not looks. It is not looking bad. Yeah. So, and I just blend the edges. I never go into the just on the edges here. Oh, maybe I should look a little bit more up, but it's difficult because, okay, you can see this. And also going back to the other brush, no new product, just what is left. Back to the blending. What I always do, I find this step very important for my blending technique at least. I go in with a blending brush. It's E40 Sigma, and then I use Charlotte Tilbury airbrush. You know this powder. and blending light the edges with a light hand. So I really love this powder. I used it for years, and for it I bought this travel mini for a vacation, and since then I use it for blending out eyeshadow because it's perfect for that. I love it. I like this color, I have to say. Didn't expect that. I'm not sure. I want to maybe. I don't want to use just the gray. I'm really honest. I think I want to use this. And probably deepen the outer corner with this. It's the process. Where my finger dips first in. I go with the green. Oh my god, this is pretty. I go with this one. Let's see. Decisions were made. Oh. Yeah. Oh my god, I love this. Oopsie. Oh, no. Oh. So, well, always when I applied the shimmer, I go back to the matte shade and tap it out. Yeah, there's some fallout, of course, but I do my makeup, my eye makeup before my face makeup always, because I don't have time for glitter bukkake on my face, like Teresa's dad would say. Best brush for applying shimmers in the entire world is Cinch Beauty E01. It's perfect. I go to this silvery shade. Oh, I think this is very pretty. It's lighter than I thought, but that's not dramatic. That's cool. Let's see what the shift says. Oh gosh. Well, I'm dipping a tiny bitsy into jellyfish because why not? Oh, I love this. This is nice. So I know if I'm getting away with this calling a neutral look. I wanted to do this for the open collab also by Lea Evangelista on Instagram. The theming is neutral but with a twist. I think the twist took over. Whatever. So I need to wash my hands and then I'll be back for the face makeup. I got a little bit of glitter fallout especially on this side. So what I'm doing is I try to remove this with a reusable pad, but I think on the lips actually, oh my god, I use sunscreen. My sunscreen I regularly use and reapply something because you can never have enough sunscreen on your face, especially if you like to being outside and sitting in the sun. As much as I do, I love it, but you need protection. That's very important. Okay. Also, if you question this, I tan immediately. The first day there was sun here, I go out and sit a few minutes outside, and I had no sunscreen on my arms. You can watch them tan. That's I don't joke. When I put my t-shirt up on the arm, you can see a line immediately after 13 minutes or so, and I never get a sunburn. That's very, very rarely that I get a sunburn, but I think that's the thing with, I consider myself as a neutral olive skin tone. I'm not a warm olive skin tone, obviously, but any warm or the most warm foundations are way too yellow on me, and the ones which are very good are the Urban Decay Face Bond in 13. This is a little bit too light, but now just a tad. I can use this perfectly, slashing bronzer all over and be fine. And also 5.5 neutral Airbrush Flawless by Charlotte Tilbury is a good shade. The House Labs Concealer in 23 Light Medium is a good shade for me in the summertime. Also, I really like the Double Wear in 2v2. I have to say, this is a little bit more on the orangey side, but I don't know. I think nobody sees it. The Dior Too Warm Olive. This is also very orangey, but I think nobody cares or nobody can see it. Also a good shade, Maybelline 128, but this is too light now. This I can't use this, but in the Fit Me it's a very good shade. Also a little bit too light, but a very good shade. And I used 26 Warm Rare Beauty. This is considered to be a warm olive shade, and I think you can see the little bit of green. So anyways, all these shades are probably right or a little bit lighter. I don't mind that because I've found very good bronzer colors. I always use the shade Atlas by Lethal Cosmetics. It looks like this because I hit the ban, because I use it. It's not technically for light medium skin, I think, but it's a cool tone bronzer, and it makes a little bit of the redness on my skin, so that I look like I was in the sun, and it looks very naturally on me. Also, I use Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Falls bronzer in medium, and you can see that I use it because it has a big pen. Well, long story short, but today I want to try Fenty, the new shade extension, or what me new. Sometimes we're getting the things in Germany a little bit later, so technically it's not new. It's 265. Now I have the shade 225. This is a light medium neutral olive, and this is a good shade, but too light in this formula, in the matte one. In this Sunlit, this new Radiant foundation, it's very nice, no question about it. It's more or less the right color, but Anyways, what I want to say is I want to try this. Now I'm afraid of this because it looks like my hands. It has the color of my hands, but I'm not pretty sure if this is the right one for my face, but we try it anyway because why not? May the force be with you. Also, I didn't use for a long time. Now that I see it, I want to use it. This Rare Beauty concealer, whatever. I really like this. Was absolutely too light for the winter. Too dark for the winter time. But I think now it's very good, and I want to use it again because it's really nice. I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong, my favorite concealer of all the time, and I will always repurchase this. And then I have also backups of this is the House Lips concealer. This concealer is everything. But this one is nice and it's totally lightweight. Okay, yeah, it's not it has not that coverage, but I don't know. I don't care. I like it. Look, it's very nice. Maybe we can agree my hands on this side. And I like this applicator. It's not, you cannot get so much product on the get-go, but I don't, let's be honest. If you do your makeup, you take your time, and if you have to get in the product one more time, you will not die because of this. Okay, so let's try this one. Oh my god, this is going to be yellow. Maybe it dries down sometimes, and especially with the Fenty foundation, it needs a little bit of time to dry down, and then you can see the shade. Let's see. Well, when it's blended out, it's not bad. We are going with a vibe here. Let's do this. Okay, yeah, it's probably a little bit too dark, or maybe it's just too yellow. They say it's a neutral olive. It's probably not a neutral olive, but it's some kind of green. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I look like my hand. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit darker, but not impossible to pull it off. I think I can make this work. But first we need to apply a little bit on the neck, because I mean, when it dries down now, it's let's see. Maybe I'm too fast with my judgment. That's not bad. It blends into my neck really nicely. And you can see it's a little bit lighter. It looks on camera a little bit lighter, and in person I cannot see any difference between my neck and my chest. But on the face it looks very good. But I have to say, I'm used to Charlotte Tilbury and Urban Decay coverage now, and I would say that that's the coverage of these two is insane. Just it's one swipe, you have full coverage on your whole entire face and your upper body. And this is not this full coverage. But also you can see my dark spots. I have some some of these on my lips and here. I can't do anything about it. But I don't care, to be honest. It is what it is. Okay, I think this does not look bad. It's pretty much the same color as my hands are now. And I think that's okay. That's actually nice. Let's see if when it's powdered and completely dried down and powdered, how it looks like. But now I think it's good. It's okay. So next, coffee. I need my bronzer. So, maybe it's... I use the Charlotte Tilbury one. It looks always good. So I use this big, fluffy Fantasy Cosmetica brush. It's perfect. It's a lovely brush. I love it so much. I use it for bronzing always, because it diffuses so well. I love this. Maybe I should use this more tapered brushes, or some. There are people they like these more, or some of these, but this is not my. I like this big fluffy brush for bronzing because it's more diffusing and not so sharp. And my face is not sharp. I have no contour or extremely cheekbones or whatever. My face is round like football, and when I drew on some contour colors, I looked like I drew on some contour colors, which is not what you want. And also, everything is gray. Most of the colors, there are some Fenty colors. I can use this Fenty, which is called Amber Suede Amber, whatever. I can use this as a bronzer, because on neutral olive skin most of the times you have more luck with a cool toned bronzy contour shade. I mean, this Charlotte Tilbury is okay. It's going to be a little bit more golden. As you can see, I'm extremely golden, olive, whatever, and I try to figure out my undertone for years, and spend a lot money on foundations, and the most of them are not working because nobody has had an idea of an neutral olive undertone on a German woman. Whatever. Yeah, so it is what it is. But now I found my things. I think this turns a little bit yellow now. But it's also, if you look at my hand and some lightning, it looks yellow, and sometimes it looks red, and it's like with my eyes. My eyes are completely not what you think. With one eyeshadow they look green, with the other one they look gray-blue, and then there are some brown hues, and when I look some lighter greens they look brown, and so I think they are hazel, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let that sink in. So I think that it's okay. I mean, the foundation shade is also really dark, so I don't think we need any more bronzer. So for blush, my favorite blushes: Lethal. This is a Teresa is Dead collab. I think this is called Plan 9. Plan 9, right? This was a collaboration of them. This is a beautiful blush. I love it, and I'm very, very sad that they discontinued this. It had some highlighter strokes in it, like it looks like a bacon, like a bacon. It was so nice. I love it. I really love this, but this is not what I want to use. Also, Cinch Beauty blushes. I highly recommend these. very, very good. And another blush love I have is Fenty blushes. I love Fenty blushes for so long. And I have the shadows Sunrise Sin, whatever. It's 505. I have the 13, just a crush. And my absolute super favorite is Tahiti Tease 07. This is such a lovely, neutral, sparkly, lovely color. I really love it. And I think I want to use this. Also, I shopped my stash the other day. I have a Pat McGrath blush in maybe Divine Rose. What color had you expected? I also like this blush, but I would never buy another blush of these. It's nice, it blends well, it's a nice color, but at least $45 or $50 for a blush when we have Lethal Cosmetics blushes. No. Okay, yeah. BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy, best blush brush ever, in my opinion. And I don't know what I'm talking about, so I just go boop boop. Oh, I love this. Oh, this color. Oh yeah, I think now in the camera I look a little bit yellow, more too yellow. The thing is, I also tried Fenty 240, and this is more on the orange side. With this, I look a little bit too orange, and with this, I look a little bit too yellow. And I think the 225 is too light. Welcome in my life. I love this for me. So, brush is on. Blush. By the way, I do my best with this English language thing, okay? But it is what it is. It's not my first language, so don't come off. Don't come after me. So, powder. Now, what I'm doing always, don't care which concealer I've used before, I always brush out the creases because everything will crease. Every concealer, a little bit. This not so much because it's a very thin concealer. And NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder, as you can see, it has a huge dip in it because I use it every day and it's very good for under the eyes. I don't use it on my face because I think it do nothing for me. I'm some type of oily skin, especially in the summer. Working well. Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and today is going to be 25 degrees outside, so then I'm going to use this powder puffies and do this one like Wayne Goss do. I watched Wayne Goss videos back then like nobody's business. Most of the things I do in my makeup I saw in his videos. I love him. He's a very nice person, on YouTube at least. I don't know him personally, so. What I'm talking about? No idea, nothing. Okay, so this is the T-zone, and the rest I go in with just with a brush because this is okay. I always set my neck because I slathered a lot of foundation on it. This is not. I use a very light hand. The brush is not touching my face very strongly, but I think in real, so in my mirror the color looks extremely good, but I think in camera it looks a little bit lighter. No idea. Let's see. Probably also this is the thing with Fenty foundations. I find them to oxidize over the day. Continually, they oxidize the whole day. Let's see how I look in the afternoon. Okay, brows. Always. There was a time I just used Benefit 24-hour brow gel setting thing. But then I tried this one, and now I'm just using this one because I tried this NYX Thicket Stick It thing because I use always and forever the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. Back then when I had black hair or darker hair, I used Coolish Brown. This was also a good color, but now with my natural dark blonde hair color, it's Taupe the shade, and I use the Lift and Snatch in Ash Brown because the Taupe is too light. When I want to go to the beach and no makeup look, then I use the Taupe one, but this one is a little bit darker, and if I want to brush on a little bit some brow hairs, then this one is the better one. The shade, okay. But yada yada yada. Brows are very special and take time and concentration. So I'm not sure if I can do this far away from the mirror. I know. Yeah, I'm a child of the 90s and 2000s when we used to wear our brows were just a line, a thin line, or probably not even a there line. No brows. I mean, I have sparse brows forever. It's not like I have shaved them off and they never came back. They came back. But I have not bushy, not the bushy brow girl. But I think this is okay. I can do this. So what I did before, I applied this before to fill in some gaps at the tail of my brow, and then I go in with the pencil, make the shape or do the shape, draw on the shape, whatever. Not overdo it, but because I don't like it when it looks like blocked, then the brow gel comes in. I mean, it holds. I have not much brow hair. It holds the brow hair very, very well. Nothing, and it's sweat resistant. I'm doing a lot of sports, ride bicycle to my work, and looks always perfect. I think the applicator could have an improvement. It could be a little bit tinier and more precise, but I think, well, I need something on my lips. I hope I didn't look like a 300-year-old ancient vampire from outer space was going to eat you. My lips are also very dry. I love this. I'm not so confident with my lips, I have to say. This is Fenty. Oh, this for me. This is so satisfying. This is the Gloss Bomb Stick in Tulip Kiss. This is pretty much the only lipstick I use. Lipstick. Gloss. And the other one is NYX Fat Oil in Chillin' Like a Villain. I don't know. I have some issues liking lip colors on me. I don't know. And also they never look like they should look like, because my lips have such a bluish violet tone. They also, this one is totally something orangey, but on my lips it's totally like pink. And when my friend puts this on, it looks completely different on her. But I like it. I like this color which came out with it. I like it. And the formula is the only thing I can stand on my lips. I hate matte lipsticks. I hate lip liners, because everything look like I don't know. But I'm not really confident with lips. That's what I'm saying. Okay, for mascara. Oh no, lower lash line. I'm sorry. Lower lash line. I'm using the Sigma Pencil Brush E30 because it's a very, very fine, it has a very fine tip. It's very precise. And we need also Tarte Fake Wig. This glides on so comfortably. This is very, very nice. You don't need much pressure. You just need to draw it on and it's there. Yeah. Okay. I go into the brown. Or maybe this mermaid shade with this brown. Oh, next time. So. Then Sigma switch, and I'm going to the relic shade, this top one. Connecting this. So, fluffy brush, Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, it's not super bad. Okay, mascara is Panorama Volume Million Lashes by L'Oreal. It's a tubing mascara. I have long lashes, and my lashes ditch here on my brow bone. When I use a normal mascara, I look like a coon immediately after 5 minutes. My lids are so oily, nothing lasts. But this does. And I can do sports with this and it lasts. And I work with this, and when I come home I look like a normal human being with mascara and not a coon or panda. Okay, so now I need my earplugs and I need to do something with my hair. Well, I think the shade is not bad, to be honest. Hold on. Here's the finished look. I like it. And I also have to say I like the foundation shade. I mean, maybe it's in camera, it's a little bit off, but it's not, absolutely not in my mirror. It's perfect, I have to say, more or less. perfect. It's as perfect as it can be. So I really like this eyeshadow palette. It's extremely nice. I love the shimmers in here. They are so, so good. They are so shifty. The mattes are very nice. I like this Atlantis palette so much that I ordered a bundle on Monolith with the Secret Garden 1, 2, and the Tulip palette. I think it should arrive today or something like that. And I'm really excited about this brand because I really enjoy this eyeshadow formula, and also the shimmers are so shifty. Let's take a look in my magical mirror. You can see this. This is beautiful. Ah, I love this. As you can see, I think the shimmer, the silvery one, this also, it's more like a purple silvery shadow. I need to go more into this, but I think I cannot use this for the do a neutral look, but make it with a twist collab, because this is clearly not neutral. And the twist overtook the neutral. I have another one. I submit the other one. I highly recommend this palette. This is a very nice palette. But the colors are super, super nice. They are opaque. You see the matte. The mattes are very nice. The shimmers are holding very, very well. Not as long as like Titanium Foxes. Shout out to Titanium Foxes. Jay's Joy palette is the newest one. It's beautiful. Oh, if you like duochromes, multichromes, they are your dealer in Europe. They are in France. Shipping in Europe is very low. This took, I don't know, 4 to 5 days to ship to Germany. Very well packaged. Also highly recommend Nomad Cosmetics, always and forever. I love Nomad Cosmetics. They do the best matte eyeshadow formula you can buy for money. They ship via Ireland for the EU, so it takes a few days, 7 to 14 maybe, but it will get to you, and most of the time the palettes are in very good shape, and they send with GLS, and they are sometimes a little bit rough with the packages. And Monolith, they are in Switzerland. They ship with DHL, perfectly fine, always super well. They are so good in packaging. I never received a broken palette. This is always really, really good wrapped with paper and this plasticky foiling thing, and very, 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 very good. So highly recommend this palette. Love it. And see you in the next one. Perhaps, if I ever load this up.